Kia ora. For this video, I decided to use some t-shirt yarn and tried to make a macrame or macrame bag, however you pronounce it. It ended up being too small and turned out as a plant hanger instead. So what you'll need is rope or t-shirt yarn, rings to attach your yarn onto, and a pair of scissors. You want to measure and cut out 8 arm-to-arm lengths of t-shirt yarn. Then you want to attach 4 strands to one ring by folding each of them in half, wrapping it around the ring and feeding the ends of the yarn through the loop and pulling tight. You want to repeat the same steps for the other ring. If you want to make a bigger macrame plant hanger, you can add yarn in twos so you always have 4 strands. It can be 8, 10, 12 pieces of yarn or more. Definitely more if you want to make a bag. Now you want to spread out your yarn and be sure not to get them tangled or mixed up while we tie knots. You want to start at one end and we'll be focusing on 4 strands at a time. We want to tie a square knot by grabbing the far right strand and creating a loop, then grabbing the far left strand and placing it over the right strand and under the 2 middle strands, then feeding it back through the loop and pull to make a knot, making sure the middle 2 strands don't get tangled. To make a square knot, we want to repeat the step again by starting from the far left strand. You want to grab the far left strand, create a loop, then grab the far right strand, place it over the left strand and under the 2 middle strands, then feed it through the loop and pull to make a knot. And again, make sure the middle 2 strands don't get tangled. You want to repeat the square knot again for the next 4 strands. This is our first row. Then for our second row, you want to grab the end strands from 2 square knots in the first row, then grab a strand on each side and tie a square knot. Repeat row 1 and row 2 for the other side. Before we can tie a knot to join the 2 sides together, we need to do a third row, which is repeating row 1. Now grab 2 end strands from each side and do a square knot in the rest of row 4, which will leave you with 2 strands on each side. Then you want to grab the rings and flip them over so we can tie a square knot with the last 4 strands. Then you want to split the sides in half so you can focus on one side. Spread your strands back out before working on row 5. Repeat on the other side. For row 6, you need to connect the 2 sides of the bag together, like what we did starting row 4. Now you get the basic idea of macrame. Keep tying square knots until your hanger is the right depth for your pot plant and tie all strands together in a big knot. There we have it. Now you can hang your small potted plants in or around your home. Thanks for watching.